Wherever She Went. By Tony Angelo. Sydney was an orphan. Her parents had died when she was just a baby, and her only relative was her godmother, who had taken care of her ever since. But last week, Sydney received some tragic news. Her godmother had passed away. She hadn't expected it, and it was a hard blow for her. Not only had her godmother been her only parent figure, but she had also been her best friend and biggest supporter. Without her, Sydney felt lonely and scared. Sydney was determined to honor her godmother's memory, and so she decided to go to her godmother's house to collect some of her belongings, in hopes of finding something that would connect them. As she rummaged through her godmother's belongings, she found something unexpected: an old photograph. In the photograph stood Sydney, her godmother, and a little girl, all smiling. It was a moment of joy captured from a time when they were together. Sydney couldn't understand why the little girl was in the photograph, but it made her realize that, while her godmother may have been gone, she was still linked with her, and always would be. Sydney realized that her godmother was still watching over her, and she had only to look at the photo to feel connected to her. Sydney smiled, tears streaming down her face, and thanked her godmother in her heart. While the grief of her loss was still fresh, she felt strangely comforted, knowing that she was loved and that her godmother was watching over her wherever she went.